Well, they go, water? What's water?
Why do I look like a potato?
I mean, we've got to get Chalamet in there. The ladies will go crazy.
I really regret doing that now because that looks really bad.
I think that's uncanny. Hi, I'm Nicholas Galitzine, and I'm going to be painting a portrait of my character in The Idea of You while you get to know a little bit about me. Let's get started. On a scale of 1 to 10, I would rate my painting skills really badly because I've started off with a big brush and I don't know why I did that, but I'm gonna go with it. The thing about painting is you just gotta be very instinctual with it, you know? You just gotta feel it out. That looks like a face, shape-ish. Great. Boy band boot camp looks like a lot of dancing, doing the choreo over and over and over and over and over and over and over again, just so you remember it, because there was a lot of it. I mean, we had, I want to say like 6 numbers of choreo to do. I mean, not all of it made it into the movie in the end, but there was a lot of that. And then I'd say also, you know, the sort of 2 days that I spent in Sweden to begin with, which has now become the sort of the home of pop music, I think, in a lot of ways. And I went to do the pre-records out there with Savan Katecha, who's this amazing pop writer. This is so harrowing already. This is the smallest brush. I think it's the smallest brush. But yeah, it was pretty grueling because we didn't have a huge amount of prep to kind of get to grips with everything. And so it was just like a crash course, which was a lot of fun. I certainly had a lot of fun doing it. That's a really good question. I kind of feel like Hayes is kind of actually into some sort of folky music. I mean, certainly where we see Hayes get to at the end, where it feels quite sort of folky singer-songwriter. I actually think I would say James Blake. I could see Hayes actually really being into someone who, because James Blake can have a sort of, his voice is quite folky, I think. Obviously he uses a lot of electric. Why do I look like a potato? Oh, good. This is going swimmingly. Can I just say that watercolor paint is not really my medium. I'm more of a Sharpie kind of guy. I've got no idea. Well, that's a lie. I think my most played song was End of Beginning by Joe. The way that song is just completely blown up is pretty incredible. I got to meet Joe Keery at a party recently, and I just couldn't resist. I had to go up to him and tell him, because I think he's an amazing actor. And for someone like me who has a passion for music as well and wants to sort of pursue music in a capacity, the way he's been able to balance the two, I think, is really, really impressive. And he's just a fantastic artist. I mean, he really wrote a song that I think resonated with a tremendous amount of people, which is very, very hard to do, because I think, you know, when people kind of go out of their way to try and make a hit, it's an almost impossible task. So yeah, I've got so much respect for him, and I love that song. God, that feels like a long time ago. I think my favorite song I've covered is probably, I mean, Landslide by Fleetwood Mac is one of my karaoke songs, so I'd probably say something in that realm. I did a couple Frank Ocean songs as well. I mean, I'm a huge Frank fan. I mean, Lilac Wine by Jeff Buckley is probably one of my favorite songs of all time. So maybe that one as well. Yeah, it's funny. I mean, music's really taken a back seat in the last few years, and you know, that's just partly down to the fortune of acting going so well, and I feel very lucky that I've had some really amazing acting jobs to focus on. But the intention is definitely to kind of release more music, which is exciting because I feel like I've learnt a tremendous amount in the last few years. I mean, especially because of The Idea of You, working with some really talented people. I mean, I definitely wouldn't count that out. What I will say is I'm having so much fun as an actor now, and I feel like I'm learning a huge amount from that as well. So it would just have to be at the right time with the right people. But definitely, I'd say that's an exciting prospect for me. So it's a widely contested question, this. I love how ridiculously cheesy I Got You is. It doesn't feature a lot in the movie, but it's just like the most sort of like cliche, like cheesy boy band song ever. I mean, I would say Guard Down for me was so much fun because we did so much choreography for it, and it kind of became our anthem when we were performing that at our Coachella, which was a field in the middle of Atlanta. Yeah, I'd probably say that. You know why? I'm also a huge fan of The Police, and that was kind of the reference for the song in a way. It was, I forget which Police song, but yeah, Guard Down, I'd say. If I had to form a boy band with 4 other actors, okay, I'm picking Austin Butler. He's got a very good voice. I'm picking Ben Platt. He's got an excellent voice as well. You know what? I'm gonna pick Paul Mescal. I didn't know he could sing at all, and then I saw a video of him. He's got an unreal voice, and he's got like a huskiness, and I think that would add like a different kind of complexion to us. I mean, we've got to get Chalamet in there. We've got to get Chalamet. The ladies will go crazy. But I've kind of screwed myself here because I've picked sort of 4 guys who are much better looking and popular than me, and so I'm going to be that little weirdo in the corner who's like just trying to be a part of it. But no, I mean, Timothy, I actually loved Wonka, and I thought he was so charming, and he sounded amazing in it as well. And now obviously seeing he's doing a complete unknown, Bob Dylan's one of my favorite artists as well. So I think that's a pretty strong boy band. I think someone has to come up with a name for this boy band. I'd be very curious.
Any initial thoughts on a name?
Just a few hot, sexy guys. Plus Nick. Knowing the internet, I think it's probably best to let them decide this one. Ooh. I think Henry would be too. I think he's very sensitive, and I think he might be crying the whole time. Jeff has almost like he has a psychopathy to him almost that like I feel like, I mean, he is a man-child, which is definitely a strike against him, but I think that he's weirdly kind of just an animal in some ways. So I can see him kind of regressing in the sort of the chart of evolution to sort of animal state and maybe like hunting for animals. I mean, I think Hayes is probably the most well-adjusted. I mean, that being said, you know, he obviously lives quite a charmed life as a pop star, but you know what, I'm gonna give it to Hayes. He has an emotional maturity to him, which I think would really suit him. Okay, I have to say I think I'd choose Jeff because I think he was so much fun to play, and I think just getting to be that ridiculous. I could so see him, you know, post high school, just going on like the weird adventures of Jeff, just sleeping with MILFs around the country and just getting in trouble and just being an all-round terrible, terrible human being. I think he's the anti-hero we all need, you know? Power to Jeff. I really love, despite what a terrible, terrible human being he is, the lines I get sort of most quoted at me are all Jeff lines because he's such a drama queen and a crybaby. I mean, I think it would have to be a comedy because I think Taylor's just so funny. But what type of comedy, I don't know. I just think, you know, anytime he gets to use his sort of natural sense of humor, we had such a laugh on set. Indeed, like we all did as a cast. But I think, yeah, definitely being able to use some more comedy chops with Taylor would be fun. They definitely don't because your hair gets completely ruined. I think because they were really struggling to get the color right because I kind of have bits of red and chestnut in my hair. So we were going ginger for a little bit, which was not the vibe. No disrespect to gingers, we love gingers. But it was, yeah, there was a point where, oh God, I've completely forgot to draw my hand. So this version of Hayes doesn't have any hands. We're going a little abstract in the hand department. I kind of actually love going a little darker, and hair for me is such a big part of the character building process. So, I mean, it was actually just a lot of fun going blonde, and yeah, I enjoy kind of changing my hair color for future projects, and getting some good wigs as well, because that can also help with hair health. Oh God. I mean, it's less what I'll say in an American accent, and it's more just American vernacular. There are a few words that I think really make sense to me, like trash for rubbish, I really like. I like freeway for motorway. I like restroom. Feels like we're all gonna go to the toilet and just like recline in there, just have a little kip for about 5 minutes. But the one thing that pisses me off when I'm in the US is when I say, can I have a glass or a bottle of water? And they go, water? What's water? And you gotta go, water. Can I have a glass of water, please? And that kind of works. But Americans are very pretentious. We all know it. We all know it. I mean, I actually don't miss the UK because I feel like I've been here so much with all the press I've been doing, and naturally as an actor, you're just traveling a lot, and I'm very lucky that I've been able to see a lot of my family, you know, in the last few months, and actually, you know, I've done a few projects here, and you know, I've got some projects coming up that will also be shooting out of England too. But if I had to say something, I'd probably say, you know, walking around, because Los Angeles don't do that as much as Londoners. My lips are purple. Maybe if I add some red here. Do we feel bad that maybe I haven't used the other, wow, now I'm wearing some red lipstick. Okay, there was never enough time to do this. But I'm actually surprisingly, minus the absence of hands, I'm pretty proud of this, I will say. We're never going to be able to capture the pure angleness of my cheekbones. We can never get that likeness really in paint form. I really regret doing that now because that looks really bad. I think that's uncanny. You know what? I'm happy with my work here today. I was not giving it a lot of time. They creatively frustrated me, this group of people who are filming me, and I will never be coming back here again. I will call this painting Haze.
Oh.
I hope that exclamation of sound was out of joy and positive surprise rather than negative. I think given the time constraints, this was pretty good. Feel good about this. Feel very good. Thank you for watching this video, and if you liked it, please subscribe. Thanks, guys. Look, that's not bad. If anyone wants to buy this, I would charge a fair couple million for it. I think it's got something. It's got something about it. You can't even really register my cheekbones there either. Okay.
Join the dick as well, actually. Sorry.
Join the dick. What?
Right to the date.
Oh. It's like.
I want to see it.
What? I don't think I drew a.